My girlfriend likes David
Spade.
Spade, sorry, SP, yeah, because of that sitcom he was used to be back in the day, which is very funny on Comedy Central. They still broadcast it. I like him also as a comedian. He has some good movies, he has some bad movies, and I thought I'd give it a try. The movie is called The Wrong Missy. It's a movie that came out, I think, 2 weeks ago on Netflix, at least here in Romania. It's a movie, it's a typical, it's also produced, I think, by the production company of Adam Sandler.
Yeah, because he always does stuff with Sandler.
Of course, and all the henchmen of Sandler, like Juice Bigelow, all those guys are in it, and they're not really that good in it, especially Bigelow, I forgot his name. Rob Bigelow, no?
Rob Reimer?
Yeah, no, you shouldn't watch it for him. But the trailer was very funny. It's a story about an executive. It doesn't really become clear what for company they have. It's a big company that offers real estate or something like that, and they have to go on a company retreat. And I think it was a while, so that's not clear. But that's not about it. And he wants to get a promotion. It's between him and this very successful woman. And David Spade, you find out that he's recently he lost his fiancée. They broke up, and his fiancée is a good-looking woman, which is the main actress from Scrubs. You remember Scrubs, the show?
Yeah.
The blonde one. You remember her? Yeah. She's now. I haven't seen her for a long time. It was funny.
Yeah.
So she's the ex-fiancée, but they also work for the company. And he's still very attached to her. He has like pictures on his phone, on his laptop. And the other henchman from Adam Sandler, I forgot the name. Nick. I don't think anybody knows his name. It doesn't matter. He plays his colleague, and he knows everything about him. Has the passwords to all of his personal social media and God knows what. So he knows everything before him, which is a very funny twist. And he says, "Man, you gotta go dating." He goes dating, and he finds the worst date in the world, like the worst date. It's a woman that he literally made him run away the first date, and then the moment he is with his leg through the toilet window, she suddenly sneaks up under the toilet and says, "Hey, where are you going?" So it's a lot over the top, but it was very funny.
Yeah, what do you expect with a David Spade movie?
Of course, but he plays good. The actress that plays the horrible date plays very, very good. But the first 10 minutes, 15 minutes were very funny. And the jokes were good placed.
You laughed out loud.
Yeah, it was good placed, up tempo. And then the story goes that he has to go to a trip on the plane. He goes to the airport in Portland, and then the moment he has to run to go to his gate, he runs with a suitcase. He runs into another woman. And the woman, is a beautiful, gorgeous blonde woman. And what the problem is that they both have the same luggage and the same handbags, and they swap in the moment. Of course, that's a typical story. They both miss their flights because they realize too late that they don't have the same tickets and everything else. They find each other in the end. They realize they have literally the same brand of suitcase. They read this. They have in their normal handbag. They have the same book that they read. They both are not drinking, not because they're alcoholics, but because they choose to. And they end up in a bar drinking club sodas. And 5 seconds later, they end up in a janitor's closet making out. And just before they're about to do it, she realizes that it's her call for the plane ticket that she bought again. And whatever. Her name is Melissa. He tells the story, of course, to his annoying colleague that knows everything about him. And he texted her, and they start texting. And then he realizes we have to go on this company retreat. My boss there they have a new boss that took over the company, and he's up for promotion, so he has to go to the retreat, and he has to really impress his boss. And his friend said, "Man, this woman," they found out it's a Miss Maryland. She was a Miss. She's a two-time Olympian, all-star, whatever, medalist of some sports. So she's a super, super woman, you know? And then they say, "You know what? We should write her, and you should invite her to come to the retreat." And in the end, he has the guts to do it, so he invites her. You see him in the end sitting up a runway to go to...
Don't give the whole plot away for people.
No. So you see him going in the movie, but I have to tell you this, because otherwise the whole movie is about... Nobody's going to watch this movie because it's really bad. But okay, spoiler.
Give them a chance, at least.
Yes, yeah. Okay, guys, spoiler now for 1 second. He goes in the seat, and then at the moment that he's waiting for the woman of his dream to arrive, the other girl shows up because she also is called Melissa, and he texted the wrong one.
Okay.
Now, then it's not even a spoiler because this happens very fast. What happens then? He has to go,
more or less.
sorry?
Or that's the starting point of the movie, more or
Yeah,
less.
the starting point of the movie, and then the movie goes to, of course, they have to go to the retreat. He has to deal with this woman, and this woman is, of course, like I said in the beginning, she's the nightmare. She's the woman from hell.
Yeah.
She has no nuance, she spills her mouth. The worst woman you can have on a company trip with your boss. So it's a typical story maybe that already is like made a lot of times, but the actress that does a very good job.
Yeah.
Till then it's funny, but then it all goes wrong because the moment they introduce Rob Schneider, that was his name.
Rob Schneider, that's the guy.
Rob Schneider,
Yeah.
Bill Gigolo. The moment they introduce him as a shark. He is a shark. He's a diving instructor that has only 2 fingers on one side.
Oh, he plays one of those characters again.
Yeah, very fake down on his way, but he looks horrible in the movie. Not only because of the makeup, the guy didn't age that good apparently, and he has jokes that are like they were funny maybe in the movies like Naked Gun, back in the day, right? Like with Nielsen, what's his name? But it takes a very wrong turn, and the story ends in a way that I'm not going to tell you, but it makes no sense.
No.
And maybe it does, but no, the movie went to a funny 6.5, maybe maximum a 7, like for a funny afternoon. It went to a 4. So in my opinion, I will give it 2 stars out of 5.
Only when you're a bit having a hangover, laying on the sofa and don't know what to do with your life, then maybe.
Yeah. Maybe then, yeah.
We do this each week. If you like it, if you like what we talked about today, like this video. Do you want to hear us talking? Keep us here talking. Hit that subscribe button. Write in the comments also everything you like. We like to talk with you about movies. That's why we come together in the International Movie Friends. That's it for now. I say thank you. I say thank you, Koen. And see you next time. Adieu.